Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video I would like to take you through an MCC, which means it's a motor control center. When you enter this MCC, it may be very intimidating, especially if you do not understand what is what and what's the purpose of each component. But I'm going to try to summarize it for you in less than 3 minutes. Alright, let's start on this drawing. This is called a single line diagram. It just shows how the reticulation in this MCC is done. So I think the main thing you need to do is to understand these circuit breakers. These 1, 2, 3, those are circuit breakers. This one is called an incomer because the supply voltage coming from the medium voltage or from the transformer is going to enter via this incomer. In this case, we've got two incomers. This incomer is feeding the other half of the circuit, and then we've got a second incomer. This one is going to be feeding the other half of the circuit. But in the middle, we have something called a bus coupler, meaning should we lose power, let's say on incomer number 1 or on incomer number 2, the bus coupler is going to make it possible for the power that is on number 1 to be available at number 2. And also, let's say we are losing number 2, then the power on number 2 can be transferred to number 1 and vice versa. I hope you understand that. Okay, just briefly in front of it, like I said, the incomer is just a circuit breaker. It's just a sophisticated circuit breaker, and it's used for medium and high voltage. And then upstairs you've got meters. They are quite straightforward. It's a voltmeter, ammeter, and then you can do selection on the voltage. Let's say you want the voltage between the red and the white phase, and then you want the current between the red phase, white phase, blue phase, and so on. And those LEDs are just status indicators to indicate if there's a fault, there's a trip, or there's an issue, and so on. Okay, let's just move. Then we're going to have motors downstream. Motors are going to have isolators. Some motors are driven using a CMO code, but we're also going to have motors that are driven using a VST. This particular motor is driven using a VST. You understand? For example, this is also a big motor that is run by this big VST. Sharp. So that's basically what is in the MCC. It's a repeat of the same thing, but if you understand the single line diagram and you understand the function of each component, isolator, you obviously going to have conductors and other means of protection like chokes and so on. But this is what is inside an MCC. MCC is a motor control center. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Goodbye.